Hey everybody, and welcome to week 9 of class. Real quick, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Quickly and firstly, I want to let you guys know that starting Thursday, I will no longer be in town for the rest of this week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be out of town. And where I'm going to be, I will not have access to the internet. And so if you have questions or comments or what have you, try and get those in as best you can by the first part of the week so that I can answer those for you. I probably will check emails one last time Thursday morning before I leave. All of your materials, of course, will be submitted online and you will have access to all that content, so that shouldn't be a problem. And because I'm going to be out of town, I'm going to ask that you go ahead and just get in your discussion board question by Sunday of this week as opposed to Thursday, so you get a little bit more time to look at the content. So you do not need to respond to another student, but just get that first and only answer in by Sunday. And then I will, of course, be back the following week, and we'll be back to normal. For this week, we're looking at the presidency of Andrew Jackson and a period known as Manifest Destiny. Among other topics, we're going to assess what manifest destiny is, this idea that God had provided a providential destiny for America to overspread its culture, its institutions, its identity from one hemisphere, that is the East Coast, all the way to the other side of the hemisphere, that would be the West Coast, so from sea to shining sea as it was. And we're going to take a look at some of the conflicts that developed as a result of that westward migration or manifest destiny, including the Mexican-American War. We will also look at a number of different events that took place during Andrew Jackson's administration. This would include things like the Indian Removal Act of 1830, which will result in the Trail of Tears. We'll take a look at a very significant moment during his presidency known as the Nullification Crisis, really a crisis that was generated by protective tariffs that South Carolina called the Tariff of Abominations. It was one that came out in 1828, and South Carolina did not like the tariff. They believed it was not advantageous to them, and so they threatened to secede from the Union, but then ultimately they passed an ordinance of nullification, which basically for South Carolina meant that they were going to null and void a federal law. Andrew Jackson wasn't going to have any of that, and as you will see, in the end, the situation gets calmed down. But the reason why it's an important moment is because it demonstrates just how sectional our country was becoming during the 1830s. And really, some of that sectional division resulted from things that had nothing to do with slavery. And so when we start looking forward towards the Civil War and wondering what were the causes of that conflict, we do have to place states' rights and protective tariffs and different economies all into that conversation. So we've got that going on. Lots of different things coming up. So just bear all this in mind. And again, as a reminder, I will not be here after Thursday morning, and I will return Sunday night. And then next week, we'll be right back to normal, and we'll dive right in. So if you do have any questions or comments before that time, let me know. I'll get back to you. Otherwise, as always, go in peace, be warm and filled. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper, and may the odds forever be in your favor. Have a blessed week, guys.